Okay, I'm gonna be looking at some North American anime and manga releases that came out for this week. That is the week of February 19th through the 25th. I'm not gonna be going through all this shit. I'm just gonna be going through stuff that I care about or have somewhat an interest in. One thing I noticed before I even get too far down is that these prices, even for Funimation standards and Aniplex standards, are pretty damn ridiculous. Assassination Classroom Season 2, just Part 1, not the whole series, but Part 1 is $64.98. Now, like I said, I know they're usually ridiculous, but I'm thinking not this bad. So I had to pull up this other tab and see if that's just a Funimation site or is that all around. And for whatever reason, I go on Amazon. I looked up Assassination Classroom Season 2. It's pretty much $20 less. Well, I do have Prime, so I don't know if that makes a difference or that's just Amazon in general. I'm not sure why Funimation would encourage people to buy it from a different site than their own website. Hey, if I wanted this, Amazon is where I'd be going. Freezing Vibration. I did watch season 1 of this. It's interesting, but I don't know. Somewhere along the line, I grew tired of it. But I know it's not really that popular, but I know a lot of people know of it. Ghost in the Shell, I didn't know a movie was coming out for it, an animation movie. As far as Ghost in the Shell news is concerned, everybody's been pretty much talking about the live action movie of it, whether it's been whitewashed or whatever. It actually looks kind of interesting to me. I still might go see it. Noragami Arigato limited edition. Actually looks like to be the cheapest thing on here, which is surprising. $26.99. Sailor Moon Crystal, that's still going. I see. I'm not sure if the are they still doing the bi-weekly thing to that. I'm not sure if that's been hurting the series or not. I'm pretty sure that the people who are Sailor Moon fans probably still gonna watch it anyway. Let's see what else. Trash. Yosoga no Sora. Let me see what this is. Oh, I watched this a long time ago. Uh, this series is definitely not for the kiddies. A little incestish, and not a little. It's a lot of incest going on up in here. Look, it even says it right here. Twins incest. I watched this series a while ago. This is just now selling. It is interesting to say the least. I think this show is pretty much, it's probably borderline hentai. Probably up there with Kiss Sis. It might be even like more borderline than Kiss Sis. Don't ask me how I got to watching it, but I was probably just looking for some romance to watch and ended up with something different, quote unquote. But yeah, it's crazy to me that this is just not coming out. Okay, moving on to the manga. Let's see, a lot of these I haven't really heard of. Batum, I need to start buying these Batum volumes because I was reading it online, but then it just seems like it stopped being translated, or at least on the site that I'd be reading from. First Party is pretty versatile, I see. I know it's part of a game series. It has an anime, apparently has a manga. I'm not even sure where the source material is from. I think it's from a visual novel. That's what I think it's from, but I've seen Corpse Party on multiple platforms. Dimension W. I wasn't even a fan of Dimension W. I'm actually surprised I was able to get on Toonami. Let's see. Collector's edition of Fruit Basket. Fruit Basket is pretty old, isn't it? Now it does say collector's edition, so I'm not sure if all the volumes have already been released already. Never heard of it. Magical Girl Sight. Now I have heard of this. I know I've done a video on Magical Girl Apocalypse. I know this is not a spin-off, but it seems like it's set in the future of Magical Girl Apocalypse. I know that it's still got that goriness that I'm used to in the other one. Well, actually, it might be toned down a little bit, if I remember right. I haven't read it in a while. Well, I'm seeing all the manga prices. They look about normal. Like I said before, it'll probably be cheaper on Amazon. Smoking Parade. I just bought this recently. Smoking Parade. If you don't know what that is from the creator of Dead Man Wonderland, which I am very much a fan of. Have to support the next series that came out from it, Smoking Parade. I read the first few chapters, raw as fuck, and you'll see the art looks pretty. You'll see the art looks pretty similar, actually damn near the same. Highly recommend y'all checking this series out, especially if you like Dead Man Wonderland. I have the first 10 volumes of Tokyo Ghoul. I did not know that was coming out this week. Otherwise, I would have had it already. So yeah, I definitely got to get that. If you're gonna stand it, please stand the manga for it. And I'm not even one of those manga elitists. I'm always for the anime if the anime is good. But the manga is like night and day compared to the anime. So much more entertaining. Moving on to other stuff. The Berserk game. I did hear of a Berserk game coming out. I'm not sure like what type of game it is. Let's see, and that looks to be it as far as stuff that I'm actually interested in. Is there anything that y'all read that you think I should check out? Spirits and cat ears. What? Some of the stuff I never heard of, but yeah, Yasuga no Sora is definitely a surprise to me. That came out in 2010, I believe. Here we are 7 years later. And that's pretty much it. Let me know if y'all are getting anything this week that just released. As far as how I think how good this batch is, it's okay. But I don't know if some of this stuff I care enough to actually go and buy it. So yeah.